Welcome to On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. Here, this is the spot where the conversation is pointed, the guests are sharp, and the responses are never dull. Welcome home, Brains. There's only one requirement to hang out on the edge, is that you open your big brain and close your small mind. Did you bring your thinking caps? It's time to put them on, because the conversation starts now.
So, Joni, what are you doing there in Australia? It's morning for you now.
It's winter here at the moment. It's not too bad. It's going to be 21 degrees today. I don't know what you convert that back to, but
I think it's times 3, so it's like 62, 60.
Okay, 63 then it'll be. So quite pleasant, sun shining. I've just been to a business networking meeting this morning where we all get together and give each other referrals for our businesses. So that's always a very pleasant morning.
Tell me one thing you learned in the meeting that you didn't know before you got there.
That you need to check the flexible fittings under your sinks to all your plumbing so they don't blow out and flood your house. They need to be replaced with a good quality fitting.
That sounds like something sexual.
Definitely not.
Check your feelings, Brains, right here on the edge with me and my guest, Joan Graham from Australia. We're going to talk about some amazing things. This woman was given 6 months to live after surviving, being told at 3 months that she was going to pass away. And then she had a second chance at life. She's going to talk to us a little bit about Kangen water. What is that? Now, I've heard of alkaline water, but the importance of it, the significance of it. And we're going to have some fun facts. So let's welcome her on the edge, Joan Graham. Hi, baby.
Well, hi, April. Good morning, listeners. I hope you're having an amazing day.
They're brains. You got to call them brains, Joan.
Brains.
They love that. They love
I will.
So tell us a little bit about your story before we get into the water.
Okay, a little bit about my story. I was adopted at 3 months old and actually was put into the same circumstances in the adopted family as I would have been in my natural family. And I've met both. I didn't find that out until I was given 6 months to live at the age of 26, so 40 odd years ago. And it's been an interesting journey. I have found my natural family. My natural mother had passed away before I found her, but I have some really close relationships with my natural cousins. So that's really amazing. And my eldest son and my youngest son have very strong family habits, I guess you'd call them, idiosyncrasies, like they don't want to get their hands dirty. Just things like that. So I had 3 boys, 6 months to live, and I just went, you know what? Nah, not going to happen. Wow. Whatever I have to do to raise these boys, then I will do. So I started a health journey that continues today, and I keep looking for the best innovative products that we can get.
Right.
And that's sort of where I'm at. I work with some amazing professionals and I get guided by them with lots of different tips, hints.
You know, there's a picture floating around of this gentleman that says that he has not drinking any water in 40 years. No water.
Well,
I don't know how that works, because every organ in the body requires oxygen and another form of oxygen, H2O, water. Tell us a little bit about the water of Kangen water and alkaline water and the benefits to the body.
So our bodies are made up between 60 and 70% water. So we actually do need plenty of water today. Women is about 2.3 litres and 2.7 litres, and men is about 3.7 litres. So for somebody not to drink any water at all, I'm just curious as to what he drinks. I actually have a brother-in-law that doesn't drink water either. He just drinks Coke. Anyway, he's healthy and he's survived this long. So back in 1939, it was discovered, and there was a Nobel Prize given for the findings that cancer cannot live in an alkaline body. So we do whatever we can to keep our body alkaline. And in that process, I've discovered Kangen water because it's an alkaline water that you can put into your body. So it works in lots of different ways. So if you're drinking a rich ionized hydrogen water, which is what the machine produces, and it's actually a medical water machine that was invented in Japan about 50 years ago. So it's been around for a very long time, very proven. And you can wash your vegetables in it to take all the chemicals and that off it. So you're not eating those. Even if you buy organic, there will still be stuff on there that needs to be washed off.
People forget that, that there are preservatives. You have to have a preservative for it to last. If it does not have a preservative, brains, it will expire. So can you imagine, from the field to the package place to the truck to the grocery to your house? That's at least 10 days, okay?
Yeah.
So know that there is some sort of preservative there. I also heard that alkaline, now I don't know, brains, again, I'm not a medical professional, but I heard that depending upon how much alkaline, or what would be the correct term? Alkalinism?
Alkalized?
Alkalized in your body, it can determine also the gender of your child. Have you ever heard that?
No, I haven't heard that. I think there's only one way to determine the gender of your child.
I heard more alkaline, and brains, look this up. Again, don't, rely on me. This is just third-hand information. But I heard that it can really determine, if you have a male or female. And alkaline water, I buy it all the time. And I'm going to be honest with you, Joan. I really never understood the benefit of it. Is it more cleansing? Is it more minerals? Is it better for your digestion, circulation? What is the key to can't even say it, alkaline water?
Okay, alkalized water will help in lots of different areas. I have arthritis throughout my body, but by drinking the alkalized water, I very rarely have any pain with it. So that's one of my biggest benefits with it. If you're an athlete, drinking the alkalized water on a very regular basis, and also when you're training, when you're running, then it reduces your lactic acid. So that's a very important one. I have a friend, actually I have a recording on my Facebook page talking to a clinical nutritionist. He talks about the athletes, and if you're drinking more than 4 liters a day, you should be using a Himalayan salt in your water. So you replenish those salts. So for your athletes, for your baby food, for your babies, use the normal pH, then it's the best to make their baby food with. I clean my benches with it. I clean my floors with it.
Wow.
I just use it all through the house. You can make your own washing powder with it, your own detergent with it. You can actually have a chemical-free house by using this water.
Wow.
So, and it costs something like, I don't know, 3 cents a gallon or something, putting it into your terms. So it's very economical. If you've got a house of 4 and you're drinking your nominated water a day, it's virtually paid for in 12 months.
Well, my mother, bless her heart and rest her soul, I think really as much water as she drank really sustained her to 91, because she was on a lot of medication. But it was her thing, ice water. She loved a big glass of ice water. She drank about 5 or 6 of them a day. Where my aunt will drink one of those little tiny bottles of water, and it's like, it's hard getting her to drink it. I love water too. But now the water that you're talking about, is it coming from your tap through a filter or through a filtration system?
So it comes from your tap through a medically approved water machine. So it has 8 plates, titanium plates that it passes through. So it takes out your chlorine, your fluoride, and all your nasty chemicals, but it mineralizes your water, giving you a hydrogen-rich water at the end.
Hmm. Water is strange here. I went to Braves. I'm gonna share this with you too. I went to a desalinization plant here, and they are recycling water. They told me that the water that is recycled has went through that system over 300 times.
Wow.
I know. I was like, oh my God. So can you
Mm.
imagine the bacteria that is in that? But in this plant, they are from sewage water and
Yeah.
from wastewater. They are
Yeah.
converting it into drinking water. So it's kind of scary, but I'm not dead yet. Uh, and you have to drink water. A lot of people get tricked up on the fact of bottled water, and I'm one of them too. I've got one particular favorite. I love my Fiji water, and I
Okay.
can taste the difference. I can really taste the difference. But the plastic bottles are awful.
Oh, absolutely. And there's millions of them going into landfill every day, creating a huge environmental problem. There will be a link going up at the end of this session where if you go to that link, you can download a free ebook and it will explain all the waters, and
Mm.
it will also go through, it's an eco site, so it will show you how you can use this water throughout your home. And it's just amazing because we just don't realize, and water in our bodies is the second important ingredient next to air.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's
Yeah.
you have to have water to survive. And
Yeah.
a lot of people will be dehydrated all the time, and they don't
and
even realize it.
and people think when you're thirsty that you're just thirsty, but you're not, you're actually dehydrated.
Hmm.
If you
And
get
water is the only thing that'll really quench your thirst.
mm,
You can have coffee, you can have a soda, you can have juice, but water is the only thing truly that will quench your thirst when you are
mm,
thirsty.
mm,
You know.
absolutely.
So let's talk
Uh,
about your thirst for life. You are such an exciting woman. You told me that you were on your fourth relationship. Now, is this a marriage?
Not quite engaged, but not. We were.
Ah.
Oh, so I started off being married 50 years ago to my first husband, who I had my 3 sons to. And then I got very sick with my third son, as I said. And my husband just decided to lock us away, and I couldn't handle that.
Mm.
So I moved out with the boys, met my second husband, and I lost my first husband. He was 57 while I was still married. Then I lost my second husband. He was 48. And then I found another partner. And in that period with the two of them, I found my love of motorcycles. So
Mm.
that was fantastic. So my third partner was very much into motorbikes and an Australian racer. And, that was 10 and a half years, and he died 4 years ago now of pancreatic cancer. And then I met this partner who we're engaged, but he knew my late partner and his son, because we're all tied up in motorbikes. So it's quite a small world where we live. And him and I had met 4 years ago and never connected again until he found me back in 2019, at the end of 2019. And we've been together since. But it was just sort of one of those things that we had met, and he looked for me for 4 years until he
Wow.
found me again. So
Well, you
he
are quite desirable there, Queen.
oh,
What does it,
absolutely.
what does it take for a woman to draw a man. Okay, now I've had guests. I had one guest on my show, bless her heart. She was catfished. You know what that is? An online dating trickery.
Yeah.
Out of $500,000 in 3 months. And I asked her, I said, well, did he send you a picture of his junk? She said, no. I said, did you ever kiss him? She said, no. So what in the world could he have been saying to her to get almost $500,000? I don't get it. But I didn't want to judge her. She was lonely. She was vulnerable. And we fall into that trap as women. And, a man will say, a couple quick, slick things, how pretty you are, the pickup line, take you out for a nice dinner, and then all of a sudden, and don't let him meet your mother, and then all of a sudden you're in love. But what do you think that it is that women need to focus on more so these days to be attractive and to be appealing to draw the right suitor?
I think the first thing is to allow the man to be a man. There are so many women today who think that they have to be the boss of everything. And I was in that second situation with my second husband, and I didn't really like that position, but that's okay. That worked for us. But the last two, I have taken my position as the female in the household, and I've let them take care of the bills. I've let them make decisions. If I didn't like something, they would know. Trust me, I'm quite bossy in my own right. I like things done a certain way, but I'm also very congenial with letting them think that they've made the decision. So I guess it comes back to, he's the head of the house. I just have to adjust the neck occasionally.
Exactly. And I've been married to Mr. Magnificent for 37 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I love it, him taking charge and taking control.
Yeah.
But I am my own woman.
Yes.
I have my own money.
Yes.
I make my own decisions.
Yes.
I consult him if I need to consult him. But if we, don't agree, I'm still able to forge ahead. And ask permission. When I got married, my mother had that talk with me. And she says, baby, don't ever fall into that trap of asking for permission. When you start asking for permission, she says you're setting it up. You're setting yourself up.
Yes.
And I have family members that were quick to say, oh, your husband don't allow you, or your husband allows you. We are partners. We walk side by side.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I don't have a problem walking behind him because sometimes I need to be led in a different direction. Sometimes he doesn't have a problem following me. And it's a part of sharing in a relationship, loving one another through thick and thin, having those open, honest conversations, having some good sex. So many people are just afraid of the word sex these days. I don't know why. It's a stress reliever.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. You got to clear that base chakra every so often.
That's what I'm telling you. You have to really kind of, and you know what? And sex is different for everybody. It doesn't have to be vanilla. Intimacy.
That's funny.
Exactly. But holding hands and watching television and, whispering each other's ear and, saying little funny, snarky things, sending a sexy picture. You don't have to send a sex text, but, something that lets a person know that, hey, I'm thinking about you. You're not here, and that you care.
And I think there's a total lack of appreciation for the men.
I think so too. They've been beat up pretty bad here lately.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it's like with this partner, he said I'm his third major relationship. And he said not once in those other two relationships did they ever say they were grateful for what he'd done or they appreciated him. And I do that on a very regular basis because he is an amazing man. He takes such good care of me, and I allow him to. Yes. I am independent. I can be stubborn. No, call that tenacious. I am very stubborn when I want to be. And sometimes I just want to do something on my own. And I just say to him, no, I'm doing this. Let me do this. And I'm like you. I have my own money. I have my own investments. We are partners. We are team members. One is not better than the other. I sometimes run stuff past him, but I generally make my own decisions. If it's anything to do with the house or whatever, I leave it to him. Because, and if we're going somewhere and he's booking the accommodation, I don't need to worry, because I know the type of accommodation that he likes to stay in will definitely suit me.
Now, your son, let me ask you this. Now, your sons have seen you go through 4 relationships, and they see the kind of woman that you are. What kind of conversations do you have with them about the women that they choose in their life?
I don't have any issues with them. They all have bossy females for wives. And that's probably because I'm the bossy female. That's what they grew up with. Because I was so sick, I was quite hard on them. They had very strong boundaries. But I have to admit, I've got 3 amazing sons who all married, all have children. I've got 10 grandkids between the 3 boys.
Wow.
And, you know, they're upstanding, hardworking Australians. You know, and they're just amazing dads.
And that's so important. And they value the women in their life.
Absolutely.
You know? And they are able to go along and get along. So, how did you find your love for motorcycles?
Oh, that started a long time ago when I was probably about 14, and I would watch the bikes go up the road and whatever. And I had a few friends that had motorbikes. It wasn't until, I don't know, I must have been 30 before I actually got my own license. 85, I got my license. So what's that, 35 years ago. And then, you know, I rode, I had a sidecar, which I would take my 3 boys in and camp with them. So we'd load it all up. And then my second husband rode. So when my eldest son got too big, he would take him and the other 2 boys, one behind and one in the sidecar. And we would just go camp. And it was just amazing.
I thought it was sexy and fun. I told Mr. Anderson I was going to go on the military base. They have a whole, you know, course on how to learn how to ride a motorcycle. He goes, baby, once those bugs start slapping you in the face and you splitting in between lanes and, you know, going on that, he said you won't like it. But there's a certain freedom about being on a motorcycle. It's a certain independence. And not only is it sexy, but it's kind of risky.
There is a danger element.
Do you like that?
Oh, yeah, I love being on the bike. It is that freedom. And when you're riding, nothing else matters. You have nothing else in your head. So it clears your head. If you've got an issue, go for a ride. It will clear your head and you will feel much better at the end of that ride. But I just started, you know, and then my second husband had bikes, so I got into the pillioning on it. Then I got my license, so then we rode together. And
you have a Harley with the 8 hangers?
No. We ride sports bikes. So
what, like the BMW sports bike? I mean, I don't really know. I don't know. Yeah. Pretty fast, though.
Yeah. So my third partner, he was an Australian champion road racer. So he was very safe. I rode with him for quite a few years. And then when he got pancreatic cancer, he had mainly Hondas. Okay. So then he went to scooters and then till he stopped riding. But yeah, I was on many, many rallies with him. And my fourth partner is English. So he's raced at all the English tracks, done a lot of the Europe racing. Wow. So he is a racer as well. And that was part of my criteria for this fourth man was that he needed to be a racer because
wow.
they have a certain mindset. And I like that mindset. I like the business mindset, the bike mindset. And we went to live in the UK to do the Europe circuit, UK and Europe circuit in 2019. We were going to do the 2020 season, and of course COVID hit, and we got not see one race at a track. We did watch it on TV when they first come back. Then we had to come back to Australia for me because of my visa.
Right.
And we will take a 6-month sabbatical, and we will go and do a full season of racing in the UK and Europe.
Well, that's awesome. So let's play a little speed round. I'm going to give you some words, some random words, and I want you to respond with the first thing that comes to your mind. How about that?
This could be fun.
Okay. Life.
Force.
I'm sorry?
Force.
Force. Okay. Love.
Kisses.
Friend.
Buddy.
Joy.
Happiness.
Pain.
Stress.
Fear.
Anxiety.
Care.
Love.
Peace.
Happiness.
Well, you are bold, you are free, you are fun, and you're fearless. And I admire that. I really, really do. Especially in a woman of a particular age. We're not going to try to pretend like we 25. Because I'm telling you, would I want to go back to 25? I was doing the most at 25, okay? I was really doing it, okay? I don't know if I want to do that again. But, you found yourself.
Yes.
Being a woman at a particular age. What age out of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, where did you really find yourself?
Probably my early 50s. Probably would have been there, I think.
What did you realize then?
I realized how powerful I am. That when I was really ill, I read a book which told me that whatever I spoke was what I got. So from there, I experimented with lots of things, and it's like people say, oh, I'm freezing. Now, in this climate we have here, yes, it can get cold, but it's not freezing. So people stay cold because of what they speak. Oh, I'm broke. No, I don't have money for that. Well, then you won't have money if that's what you focus on. So I guess my early 50s, I really started experimenting with stuff and pushing through barriers. And actually, I'm just really finding more of myself right now. I'm going through a bit of a amorphous state where I'm just peeling back some onion skins at the moment with me. And it's just, I think you come to that point in your life when you're ready.
Right.
I don't think you can do it before you're ready. I think it will fail. You might try.
Know how to process it. You don't know how to process it.
Yes, correct. So,
well, let me ask you, let me go a little deeper there. What types of things, without going, into specifics, but what type of things are you doing to help pull back those onion layers?
Okay, so I'm working on tapping.
Oh, EFT, emotional freedom.
Yep. So I work on that. I go and I rely on my intuition to bring up the word that I need to tap on. So I do that. I had a really serious accident back in 2013, which virtually has taken my right shoulder out of action. I can use from my elbow down, but not my shoulder. So I did a lot of brain entrainment to change those highways in my brain. And now I just realize I've got a bit of a rut there on an issue I have in my life that now I can accept and go, well, okay, I'm safe. I think that's my biggest thing. Coming from the adopted point of view, I now am allowing myself to be safe. And I think that's one of the biggest things now. So it's peeling back those layers now and allowing myself to remain safe. I can peel back the layers and I can stay safe. I don't need things, or I don't need protection. I mean, the move to UK, I got rid of so much stuff that I'd held on to for 40 years. It was fantastic.
Right.
And
it's a release. It's a freeing.
A release. It is freeing. And, you know, I went to the UK with 20 boxes of stuff.
Wow.
And I had a double garage full of things. So, you know, let a lot of that go. I gave back to people that was theirs or should be theirs. And I just found that was amazing. And it's just like, let's go do the next thing. What's the next adventure that we're on?
And I'm sure you're drinking plenty of keg and water.
I have my keg.
That is cute. That is so cute. So you're able to trust yourself now. And that's it. A lot of people do not trust themselves. I always say you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. You got to be caught up in your feelings. You got to be caught up in your feelings and be able to process it and to be able to, again, move forward. Well, you are such a risk taker. I've enjoyed talking to you so much. Please tell my brains how to get in contact with you if they want more information on the water, if they want information on maybe joining a motorcycle club there in Australia.
Yes.
For women of particular age, I'm telling you, ladies, get you one of those cute little hats. Not hats, they're helmets. That's what I want.
Yes.
I want those skull helmets. I do. I think they're so cute. And some tight leather pants. I don't care if you a size 2 or a size 22. You can never go wrong. Tell them how to get involved there, Joan.
So my Facebook page is Joni E. Graham, and you can PM me for information there. There is a link I think that you are putting up. I can give you the website anyway. Sorry, I just have to have a look at it.
No, that's okay.
And
I'll put it up too as well.
And go there. When I go to here, the website is dailydifference.com.au.
And I will definitely post it on the back end of this and also down at the bottom, because I want them to contact you.
So this will take you to an Echo website, which will explain the water. You can fill in the little box that's there, and you can get a free ebook on the water. So it's a greener lifestyle with Kangen water and beauty. So that's where they can get the information. But yes, my Facebook page is Joni E. Graham, or Joan Graham for my business page. And I'm there to help anybody who would like some more information.
Well, brains, again, water is like oxygen. It's a necessary. It's something that you have to have. It's something important. It's something clean. It's something pure. And I've enjoyed this conversation with you so much, Joan. I think that you're an amazing woman. You're a woman of courage. You know, you are a woman that has been able to steadfast and still find love over and over again and not be afraid. So you're able to trust yourself, and that's huge. And I'm so proud of you.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been an amazing chat. It's been fantastic.
Brains, do what you're supposed to do. Go in. First, I want you, now see, I'm not being selfish. First, I want you to go in and check Joan. I want you to follow her, like her, love her, leave a comment, you know?
Yes.
About this it's very important so we can follow up with you. I want you to go to LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and find me. Hello, brains. That's what I'm going to say to you when I find you. So, again, I thank you so much for being here on the edge. Keep us informed on what's going on. And I don't know. You know, like I said, I make my own decisions. I'm going to see if I can make a decision about me being on a motorbike.
Go for it. It's a special type of woman who does that.
That's what I say. Broom, broom. So
yes.
Let's do it, baby. All right. I will talk to you again really soon, okay?
Okay, cool. Thanks,
Okay.
April.
Okay,
Bye. Bye, brains.